I'm so sorry, everybody. I just got home. Oh, it's been a day. Yes, I'm putting on my lipstick. Shoot, I don't have my glasses. Hang on. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, literally just walked in the door. Literally just walked in the door. Let me get my earbuds in. Is that that? I'm so sorry. I really am. Now you all know usually I'm really prepared for our lives, but I had to run an errand and it took a little bit longer than I had anticipated. Oh. Okay. All right. Can you hear me all okay? Oh, good. Thank you. And you can hear me? Oh, you were working on edit when I pinged. Yay! I'm glad the pings worked. How is everyone? Take a break from purging your closet. I don't blame ya. I didn't have time to pour myself some whiskey, and I really wanted to. But I don't know if I can have the whiskey with my current medications. Hey, Amy Hale. Oh, hi, Tony. I sprinted with you today, didn't I? Oh, Shannon, I'm so sorry. Yes, I have to do this text really fast. Because I'm getting some last name from... Oh, come on. I just need Michaela. Okay. Okay. So, I am doing well. Yes, I sprinted with Tony Lee today. And oh my God, this girl, she did doubled everything I wrote, my numbers today. She just blew it out of the water. So good for you, Tony. Yes, Megan, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Oh, I'm so glad you're all here. Sorry for the delay, but if you could hit the like button on your way in, subscribe if you haven't, don't forget the little notification bell, and if you'd like to share this live feed on your social media pages with all of your author friends, please feel free to do so. It is greatly appreciated. Hi, KTS711. Your YouTube does not show comments. Shannon, if you're still here, I know you're sick with a sinus infection, but I believe it's on if you're on your desktop, it's on the right-hand side of where you see me. Oh, thank you, Shannon. You're awesome. Anyway, it was a good day. I wrote a lot and had some video conference calls, and it all just went really, really well. And just a really good day, okay? But y'all are here to get the tea on the pirates. So it was recently brought to my attention that there is a huge uproar at all of the pirate sites. And they can't figure out what the hell's going on. And why are they not allowed? Why can't they download these books? And blah, 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 blah. And they're just all, Well, and I'm not going to be able to name names, but I'm sure you can infer from what I do tell you. Apparently some of the big publishing platforms, the big ones like Amazon and Apple and Kobo and Nook and all that, have made some changes to their books, to our books, making it damn near impossible for the pirates to either buy one of our books or download it from KU, strip out all the digital rights management, digital rights management. This is how they were doing it. They would download a free book, or they would buy a book, put it into a program called Caliber, strip everything out, and that's how they were getting the files to put up on their websites, right? Thank you. So that's how they were doing it, with such ease. And it took, 10 seconds? 30 seconds at the most for them to do that. And then once they were done stripping all the DRM out of it, they would return the book. Okay? Well, yes, that's how. That's one of the ways. So now when they download a book or purchase a book and try to strip out all the digital rights management, they can't. I'm here, Amy. They can't strip it out. And what some of these publishing platforms have done is changed. When we upload a book, we upload an EPUB file, right, to the different vendors, the different publishing platforms. And now, apparently, these companies have fixed their code, and at least one of them has changed. I don't know how they do it. Don't ask me how. But every single page of our ebook has now been turned into a PDF document. And you can't strip the digital rights management out of a PDF document. I actually have seen comments where these people are saying, well, how long would it take to, type the book all out or whatever? How are we going to do this? I mean, these thieves were trying to rack their brains on how they could do it, because there's nothing really truly digital about it now. It's a PDF file. Oh, the tears were a-flowing. Not just from the people who actually use these illegal downloading book sites, right? They were just like, where are all these books? But apparently this started January 3rd. And KJ says, I saw someone complain it was now 21 megabytes to download. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yes. Turns it into a PDF image file. That's what it is. It is a PDF image file. And the only workaround that I could possibly think of, Christina, the stripping software. Well, Caliber was actually a legitimate book writing thing. I don't know. Shouldn't they be sold? I don't know what you mean by that, Christina. But anyway, the only way for them to get our books to their sites now is if they print off every single PDF page, PDF image. I don't know that it can, because that wasn't its original intent. Yes, but we don't need MOBI files anymore, right? Because Amazon does just straight up EPUB now. So there's no need for us to have Caliber. So in order to get the books, they would have to print off every PDF page. Well, apparently, some of those PDF pages might only have 5 words. Sorry. Yeah, some of them are really big images. But when you read it on your e-reader, it doesn't look like a PDF image. It just looks like a regular book. I'm dead too. I'm just like, Holy Mother Mary Josephine, it's about damn time. Am I right, people? Am I right? Yeah, share this video. Share. 5 words and 20,000 pages. Exactamundo. It is a riot. I am so happy. And I see all these people complaining. Did you say you can't say which company? Apparently it's been more than one. And I have access to information that I'm not allowed publicly to share. So that's all I can say about that. But let's just say it's a biggin. It's a biggin. It's a biggin. Finally, the really big dog in the park finally listened. Finally. Yep. So, I've been happy all week long since I heard about this. And people are sending me screenshots and stuff going, why can't I get this book? And blah, 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 blah. Well, gee, you can't get the book. Just go to your favorite, legal book vendor, like Amazon, Kobo, Nook, Apple, Google Play. Go there and buy it. I don't think it does apply to books that were published before January 3rd. I'm not sure. That's a really great question, and I didn't think to ask it. But let me write that down and ask my sources prior to. Okay. Somebody's got to. I know there's lots of authors out there like, oh, it's just a big old game of whack-a-mole, and why bother, and blah, 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 blah. Well, here's why. Because these illegal book downloading sites like LibGen and ZLibrary, they're using our stolen books to make money a couple different ways, right? Number one, the advertising that they make off of these websites, right? They're monetized because they have so many people who come in, hundreds of thousands of people come in to steal copies of our books. And therefore they're monetized and they get paid for advertising and blah, 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 blah. That's one way that they make the money. But another way they make their money is through money laundering. Money laundering that helps fund sex trafficking, crimes against children, terrorism, mobs, drugs. Think about pretty much any illegal activity out there, and that's what they're laundering the money for, and they're doing it through these websites. As was evidenced, organized crime and human trafficking, among other things. So as we read several weeks ago in that arrest warrant for the 2 Russians who ran ZLibrary, they were arrested for wire fraud, internet crimes, money laundering, etc. Yes, exactly, Aurora. Just like the Russians. Yeah. And so when you see let's say you go to Amazon and you want a paperback copy and you see a used one for sale for $2,400. I'm not selling my books for $2,400. That's a third-party vendor. And that is just one more way that they launder their money. Because they will buy a copy of the book, just one, and then list it for sale on Amazon for anywhere from $50 to $2,400, whatever. And then they have another account that buys it, and that's how they're laundering the money. It is sickening. It's absolutely sickening. And I have no sympathy for any of these the people who operate these illegal book downloading sites. I have no sympathy for them. I don't care who the hell they are. I have no sympathy for you. And I especially have no fondness for those who utilize these illegal book downloading sites. To all of you who utilize these, who use them, and justify your criminal activity because what you're doing is a crime, I have 2 words for you. Bite me. I don't want to hear that you're too poor. I do not want to hear that you can't afford books. I don't want to hear your paltry, disgusting, despicable excuses anymore. You are part of the problem. It is people like you and these sites who have stolen over 2 billion, and that's billion with a B, dollars from authors like me, from authors around the world. Sorry, I have no sympathy for you. If you went to work tomorrow and your boss said, you made enough, I don't want to pay you today, what would you say? You'd be pissed. Well, I go to work every day, 7 days a week. Sometimes I'll take a Sunday afternoon off, but I write every day, or I try to. When the depression was bad, I didn't get to. But I'm back, as you can tell, and I'm not afraid to use my mommy voice anymore. I don't care. I don't care. You are all thieves, every single one of you. And I don't care how pissed off you get. I don't care how many tears you shed. I just don't give a shit anymore. I just really don't. Yeah, I'd have special words for a boss like that too. So, whatevs. Sucks to be you guys right now. Yeah, they have no qualms about spending, $8 on a mocha, soy, low-fat, non-fat, low-sugar, extra caramel latte. But $3 or $4 for a book? They're saying, well, you make enough money. You're an author. Do you think all of us live like Castle? Do you all remember the Castle show a few years ago where he was a writer and he helped solve crimes with the police department? Yeah. I don't know one single author who lives that way. Yep. So, up yours. Have a happy new year. And bite me, bitches. I don't care anymore. Yeah. So, in other good news, Amazon has changed their return policy, which makes me very, 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 very happy. It might take them a while to make their changes, but they're slowly making the changes that we've been asking for a very long time. So the return policy now is, if you have read more than 10% of the book, you cannot return it. You will have to fill out a form, and you will have to explain why you want to return this book if you have read more than 10% of it. So to those who like to buy our books, read it from, cover to cover, and then leave a really nice review for us on Amazon, and then return it, yeah, you're right up there with those people who use the illegal book downloading sites. So you too can bite me, because I don't care. It is about freaking time, right? I have returned books, Teresa. I have. But that's only if I downloaded it and couldn't get past the second or third page. And then it's like, I'm not even going to stick with this. I can't. And I will return it. But it's immediately. It isn't, 9 months later. What I usually do, 99.999% of the time, is I download a sample of the book. And if I like that sample, then I buy it. Oh, yeah. See, Don, that makes perfectly good sense. You already had the book. Then you bought a different book by the same author. Yeah, that does happen. And that's okay. If it's a legitimate return, you didn't like it, or you forgot you already had it in your library, and maybe the author changed the title to it or something. Things happen. That's fine. That's a legitimate reason for a return. But reading the book from cover to cover and leaving a review, good, bad, or otherwise, yeah, no, you don't get to return it after that. Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, we won't talk about bad narrators. That's for another night. So yeah, so they have, this Amazon is finally cracking down on more than just the returns. So yeah, that was happy news today. Very happy news today that they have changed their return policy. Yeah, get the sample first and see if you like it. But you see, the people here, all of us, we're what I would call a good, legitimate reader, right? We're not the kind of people who will read a book, front to cover, leave a review, and then return it. Yeah, authorship, some days, Diana, it can just feel like a baptism by fire. But I've talked to authors who had a reader reach out to them saying, I have read every one of the books in your series, absolutely love it, blah, 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 blah. But by the way, I can't afford them, so I had to return them. Really? Really? You really think that's a good idea to tell the author? You're going to see how many books you have on your Kindle. But yeah, if I took advantage of, it's free today only or whatever, and didn't get to read it right away, and then maybe a year later I had 5 minutes to myself and started to read, and even if I didn't like it, I'm still not going to return it at that point. It is mean. It's just ridiculous. It's just, some people just don't get it. They just don't get it. Well, I think some people do realize that it costs us money and they just don't care. They just don't care. They just don't. So, what else we want to talk about tonight? I mean, I am so stinking happy. I can't stand to be in the same room with myself. Seriously. It's been a great damn day. It's been a great week, actually. So, I have people who keep sending me screenshots of, conversations in these illegal book downloading sites and all the boo-hooing. And it's like, sucks to be you. You have over 10,000 books on your Kindle. You've read 80% of them. Oh, good God, girl. Good for you. I wrote 490 words today about Relay for Life for my team. Well, that's good, Diana. That's good. So besides Tony, did anybody else get to write today? Well, let's do this instead. If you are an author, put the wavy hand in the chat. Yes, I saw that post, Aurora. You get the house to yourself for a while. That's good. Good for you. I just want to know how many authors are here. Amy, you make a great point. You can't watch an entire movie and then ask for your money back. Why do people think that they can do this with books? I don't know. I know you are, Gail. You are an author if you have not published. Yes. I was just curious how many people here were readers. Just, not just readers, because there's no such thing as just a reader. I love my readers. They're absolutely phenomenal. Good. Good. Yeah. That's good. Hi, KJ. Yeah. But it can just feel like a baptism by fire. Every day. Amy, how are you doing, honey? I texted Michaela asking, I think she's at work. I don't have a link for a fundraiser. If you have a link, Amy Hale, for the fundraiser, can you text it to me on my phone? Please, if you have one. Yeah, I finished chewing this pack of gum. I want my bunny. Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious. Holly, you win the internet tonight. You do, dear. That's cool. Thank you, Amy. I love ya. Can we do private chat, Amy? I think maybe we have a private chat here. Hang on. Oh, no. Well, let's see. At Amy Hale. That didn't work. That didn't work. Yeah, you can just text it to my phone, honey. Diana only has 465 books on this Kindle. I can't remember what I have on my old Kindles. I read on my iPad now. I'm just trying to catch up. We have a lot of people in here tonight, and the chat's going a little fast. Let me just put this up so I can read it better. I've got a good return story. Someone called a retailer and wanted to return a B.O.B. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's freaking funny. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay. Okay. Okay, Amy, I'm going to just bear with me, people. I got to do something. And it is important. And for those of you who don't know Amy, she's a dear friend of mine, and I absolutely love her. Amy, how long have you been writing? Can you tell me? And how many books you have published? Oops. Okay, I'm trying to pull up this GoFundMe. Allow. Okay, there we go. Awesome sauce. Okay. So, okay, Amy. Amy Hale is a good friend of mine, and I just love her to death. I'm sorry, Amy, for not reaching out when you were sick. I was having issues of my own, mental health issues, but I'm back, as you can tell. And I don't necessarily know. You've published 12 books, and her first book, her first book is 8 years old today. Congratulations, Amy Hale. Okay. Anyway, Amy and her husband have just had one hell of a year. Seriously. How many times have you guys had COVID, Amy? You know what, Amy, can I send you a link and you just come on the screen with me to talk? That might be easier than me trying to answer questions in the chat. Would you like to do that, Amy? Let's see. Do you want to come in, Amy, or not? Give me a moment to brush my hair. God, you were adorable. Okay, we'll give Amy a minute to brush her hair. But she and her husband have been so very ill all year long, and I think it might even be more than a year. I can't remember how many times that she and he have had COVID, right? And I'm going to do a screen share. Okay. I'm going to hide messages from the stream. Share screen so I can read this. Okay, and it is a GoFundMe fundraiser, but this one's freaking legitimate, not like the crap they did for Susan Meachin, okay? I've met Amy in person. They're wonderful. They're great people. I love her husband. He's absolutely freaking hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to read this, all right? Just so I can make sure I have the facts right, and then Amy can brush her hair and come on. And this GoFundMe was started by Brian K. Morris, and they're organizing the fundraiser on behalf of Amy Hale. Brian K. Morris, it says, I'm Brian K. Morris, and I'm just one of many big fans of Amy Hale and her husband, John. Mr. Amy Hale, we like to call him. Amy is a participating author in the Havenwood Falls franchise, as well as titles such as Ulterior Motives, Letters from Jason, etc. John is Amy's supportive husband, and he really is. He's just absolutely adorable and constant companion. Years ago, after freelancing in the magazine field, Amy wanted to come home full-time to write fiction. Without hesitation, John asked her to do that, and she did. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Okay. It's no secret that the last 3 years have been trying for us all. Ain't that the truth? It's been even more so for the Hales. Between job uncertainties, supply chain problems for John's job, family issues, changing jobs for Amy, and both of them catching COVID-19, that would be enough to kill anyone's passion for writing. As if that weren't enough, Amy's diabetes has not improved, her short-term memory has deteriorated, her chronic Hashimoto's thyroiditis, that's an autoimmune disorder, has been exacerbated, and recently she's been diagnosed as severely anemic. For the last malady, Amy might require surgery, although other treatment methods are currently being pursued. John's medical case required serious hospitalization. Both of them suffered long-term neurological damage from their bouts with the coronavirus. Naturally, this means accumulating medical bills as the insurance pays for less and less as the Hales need help more and more until it's impossible to pay these deaths easily. And this part's true. Amy and John have done so many wonderful things for the writing community. I'm serious. Two of the most genuine, sweet, awesome people that you will ever have the pleasure of meeting. Seriously. I'm not just blowing sunshine up everybody's skirt. Let's see. Let's stop sharing. Okay. And then I am going to... Nope, not share screen. Invite person. Cancel. Okay, I'm putting a link in the stream. And only Amy, please don't anybody else click on it. Okay, Amy. Log in? Why in the hell do I have to log in? I'm Susan frickin' Tisdale. Why do I have to log in? Idiots. That one. I've never had this problem before. Yes, I'm going to share here shortly. Okay, Amy. It's the blue highlighted link, restream.io. You can just click on that and it will give you directions. And I'm going to share the link to the GoFundMe. I've just got to go back and grab it. And I never do this. I never do fundraisers for people. I will participate if I know who they are. I will donate things. I'm donating the McCullough series, Blackridge's Heart and Lachlan's Heart, signed paperback copies, one of each of those books, for an auction that's going to be taking place. And I've got to figure out how to let Amy in. I should get a notification. Shiny button. You are too funny. Okay. I am posting the link in the chat to the GoFundMe for Amy and her husband. Amy, did you find the link for the restream? You're going to go to your PC? Okay. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Anyway, I don't do this. I don't do fundraisers for people. The only one I've ever actually, really participated in and really organized or helped organized and really put in all the work was one. This was years ago, and it was for author Victoria Zack when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. Yep, that's the last time I've ever done one of these. Unless I have sat down and had dinner with you, I'm not doing a fundraiser for anybody. There she is. Hi, honey. Hang on.
Hold on, let me turn off all my.
Oh, how do we do this? I know there's a way. There we go.
Okay.
Hi, honey. How you feeling?
I'm tired, but I'm okay.
Yeah?
You guys got me with no makeup or anything tonight.
That's okay, honey. You're still beautiful, even if you don't have a stitch of makeup on.
Thank you.
Because you see, Amy's got a really beautiful soul. Okay, Rhonda, reach out to Michaela Jade on Facebook, and she can help you with that, okay? Anyway, I think you're gorgeous. How is your husband doing?
He's doing good.
He's doing good?
Yeah.
So, are there treatments that insurance doesn't want to pay for?
It's more been like one catastrophe after another.
Mm-hmm.
We got COVID in 2021. We got the Delta, and we got it really bad. Like John was in the hospital on breathing treatments for like 5
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was in the ER, but I got to go home. But I was supposed to start a new job when I got COVID, and then because of the job, I could, because of COVID, I couldn't start. And they didn't want me to come in after that. It was one of those kind of group training things. So I lost that opportunity.
Aww.
And, we just kept kind of plugging along, but he had lost work and, with everything else and supply chain issues, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We used to make a really good amount of money.
I know you did.
With his income. And we have lost over the last 3 years about $60,000 worth of income. On top of that, we've had one medical catastrophe after another. John had an infection in his jaw that went septic. I found out I'm anemic, and we've had to try all this different stuff. I just had surgery on my gums, and I've got this weird plastic thing in right now that's really uncomfortable. We both are suffering from memory loss issues right now, which is really, really something, especially when you're trying to write.
Mm-hmm.
Brian had me on his show the other night, and he told me to introduce myself, and it was like my brain just went, I have no idea who I am. It was just really hard to talk. So, I mean, it's just been like, it's just been like one thing after another. John was in the ER for, we thought was maybe a gallbladder attack, but they never could figure out what was going on. He was having severe pains for that. I mean, I think he was in the ER 5 times in 4 months.
Oh, man.
So those bills are still kind of, coming in. Plus, I did not have any insurance up until October of last year with this new job that I'd started. So I've got the COVID bills, which it's ridiculous. My ER bill was over $6,000.
Mm-hmm.
And plus anything I've had to do up to this point, up until October of last year. Plus, you still got your own, your co-pays and stuff you got to come up with. So yeah, it has totaled roughly $30,000 at this point in the last.
Just the medical bills in the last year.
Yeah, and that's not counting what I've still got coming. I've been trying to stick what I can back to pay for like the dental surgery and the stuff like that. And I think I may have that covered, but it's just like it's hard to save for stuff you got to do, and still trying to figure out how to appease all these different medical places that want their money right now, and they don't want to work with you, and it's mentally and physically and emotionally exhausting.
Oh, I know it is. I went through with my girls when they were little. We had no medical insurance. 2 open heart surgeries, 1 per child. A kidney bladder surgery for my oldest. My oldest also had epilepsy. And this is back in the late 80s, early 90s. And her epilepsy medication was the exact same amount of our rent every month, $275, which doesn't sound like not a lot right now, but trust me,
But it
30
was.
some years ago, that was a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
And yes, Amy Finley's right. All you gotta do is pay them $10 a month. That's a show of good faith, and they can't bitch about it.
Yeah, they do, but we're
Well, let
trying.
them bitch about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much
You
it.
know, you need to not worry about that.
Yeah.
Just make the $5 or $10 a month payment. They have to accept it. They can't take you to court. They can't do anything else. They have to accept that good faith payment.
Yeah.
And you will eventually get to a place in your life, and we're going to try and help you as much as we can, because I've shared the GoFundMe link, and Diana has shared it at Twitter and everywhere else, to just help you get through this rough time. But I don't think, I'm not a psychic, but my heart tells me this isn't going to last for decades. You will eventually get back to where you were. And it takes time. My youngest daughter and her husband had COVID. They're what they call long haulers. I know so many author friends who had it, and they are suffering from similar things and different things. And it's just so weird how this disease affects people. Some people, it's like those genetic traits you had that lay dormant your entire life that would never have ever been a problem. Suddenly you get COVID, and those genetic traits are kicking in. It could be the Graves' disease. It could be diabetes. It could be alopecia. I know someone who lost, more than one person, who has lost all of their hair.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
I mean, and it just, the list goes on and on and on. They have heart problems now where they never did, kidney problems, liver problems. So this illness is not natural. It is demonic.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm going to say on that.
And I don't know. I think it did something with my diabetes too,
Oh yeah.
because I was managing well and easily before COVID, and like today, thank God I have a boss that I work from home, and I have a boss that understands all this, because I sent her a message and I said my blood sugar just shot to 323 and I don't know why.
Ooh.
I went and took a hot shower. I took extra meds, and then I went and got on the treadmill for 20 minutes just to get it back down under 200. But it's one of those things where I have to, do I go to the ER, or what do I do? Because that's really ridiculously dangerously high. So, and that's not a problem I had before COVID.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yes. It's just evil. It's just
really
evil.
is. I agree.
And it's just, and don't even get me started
Yeah, I know.
on the healthcare system
I know.
and bills and things like that, because I don't want this to go political, but I think there are ways of fixing it. But I'm going to keep those opinions to myself.
Yeah.
So, the guy who set up the GoFundMe, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian K. Morris, he's a friend of yours?
Yes. He's a fellow author that I met at an event. His table was across from mine, and we just hit it off. He's so goofy. He's so funny.
Yeah.
We just get along really well. Him and his wife Cookie, they're just the sweetest people. And
good.
when I had mentioned, I went to my reader group and I said, guys, this is why I haven't written in over a year. Here's what's going on. I'm just drained and I can't create right now. And it was really more me just being, I did cry because I was upset, because my life, and I can't seem to do it right now.
It's like everything's out of control right now, right?
Yeah,
You have control over nothing.
And it's like I don't know who I am without that. That's a major part of me, and not being able to write is just so upsetting. And Brian watched it, and several others, Michaela, and they all started talking, and they said, well, let's see if we can relieve some of the burden here. And I hated on doing it because it felt weird.
Yes.
But Brian kept saying, you know what? People have raised money for a lot less important things.
Yeah.
Helps you, let's try it. So I was like, okay, well, okay, then I'm okay if you want to do it.
Exactly. And the author community is a very tight-knit community, or it can be.
Yeah.
But when drama pops up, like this whole Susan Meacham thing, Someone said today that just ripped the whole author community apart. No, it didn't. It did not rip us apart. We are just as strong as we have ever been. We had this one off with this one author who has mental health issues. She's not getting any more of my time. So the author community is very tight-knit. And I have talked to Michaela a couple times, but honestly, I've been so freaking busy, it's not even funny.
Oh, yeah.
But I told her, I said I wanted to talk about this on a Friday Night Live, not a Wednesday Night Live, because we reserve that for the writing. But I just want to help in any way I can. Now, Kayla mentioned an auction. And I had donated Black Richard's Heart and Lachlan's Heart.
Yeah, I think that we're trying to do a giveaway on some of the lives. So if you donated a certain amount, you could get. I don't know where all that's at yet. They've done it on different lives.
Okay, I'll talk to Michaela about it.
Okay, I know I see some, Amy Finley mentioned an anthology. I do believe Brian and Michaela are also organizing an anthology.
Oh, good.
To help with future bills we know are coming up. So
yeah. Well, just know I'm here for you, and I really am sorry. I have been making what I call amends calls over the last couple weeks, calling people who are very, very dear to me and who I love. And the first one I called was Michaela. And I said, you know what? I'm just calling to let you know I love you, and I'm really sorry that I have not reached out or been present the last 3 years. And I explained why, the severe depression and the ADD. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? And so I'm like, this is my amends call, forgive me. And she said, there's nothing to forgive about. But you were actually on my list of people that I needed to call. And then Michaela's like, she has been so sick and she's had mouth surgery. And it's like, okay, I have to do it in person. But I am sorry that I haven't been there for you. I am so sorry, sweetie.
You know what? I totally understand. I've been in the same headspace, and
yes,
I've not really been even online that much in the last year or two.
Same here.
And I have depression, and I have was diagnosed in 2000 with major depressive disorder. I have anxiety, so I get it. Some days you're lucky if you can get out of bed. Let alone function like a normal person.
Well, all I can say is thank God for Lexapro, Adderall, and yoga.
I used to be on Lexapro. I may end up being back on it before it's all said and done.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to take you've got to do what you need to do to get back to you. Yeah. And stress can really affect your health. And trust me.
There's been so much of it, and I think that's part of it. It's just like I sit down to write, and then my brain just starts going in all the different directions. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I don't sleep anymore because my brain won't shut up, and I've had to start using sleep aids.
Well, now the sleep aids, depending on which ones you're using, will make your depression worse. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm using
all right.
Natural.
Natural? Oh, okay. I'm all for homeopathic remedies on all sorts of things.
I'm using a gummy that helps.
A gummy?
Yes.
Yeah. Those are good things.
Everything off. I sleep good, and I wake up not feeling drugged.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, that has helped a lot.
That is a very good start. That's a good start. So, but I'm going to just talk to you as if we were just sitting in the same room together. Sure. I'm going to give you permission to not worry about writing right now. If you can't write, if you're not in the right headspace, don't force it, because your readers are going to see that.
Yeah.
They're going to know. You have way too much other crap going on in your life to worry about whether or not you're putting that next book out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I sound like a mother? I want to sound like a big sister. I want to sound like a big sister.
It's both.
But it's both.
Yeah.
But no, I know the writing is important. I know it is. Trust me. I went through the same stuff you did for the last 3 years. I would look at that computer and go, nope. I couldn't write a recipe. And there were days when I had deadlines that it's like, I just have to push through it. I just get the freaking words down. It doesn't matter how ugly they are. Catherine Lynn will fix them, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? My readers saw it. They saw through that on one book especially. And I believe that was Muriel. I think they were really, a little bit disappointed in that one, and I'm really sorry. So, but you do have to take care of yourself first. Yeah. Do you ever do yoga?
I don't do yoga. I've tried, but let me tell you what, this body and yoga do not mesh well.
Exactly. So here's what you do. You go to YouTube and you yoga with Adrian.
Okay.
Love her. She has one called Yoga for When You Feel Dead Inside.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
all you do for 30 minutes is just lay there with your eyes closed and breathe. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
That sounds easy to
And
do.
you would not believe, I mean, very low impact yoga. Yeah, Tony says Adrian's the best. She doesn't force you to try a downward facing dog or whatever, the splits on your first day of yoga. Hi, honey.
Yeah.
I love you. My husband.
Hi,
Amy says hi, honey. Hi. Anyway, so yoga has really, Adrian, she's the only yoga person I watch, and she has, yoga for stress, yoga for anxiety, yoga for depression, and again, yoga for when you're feeling dead inside.
Nice.
I recommend starting with yoga with Adrian. She is amazing, and she's on YouTube, and it's all free. And if you don't have a mat, just lay a comfy blanket down on the floor, get a comfy pillow, and just that first one, I think, if my memory serves me correctly, we just laid there for 30 minutes and breathed.
That sounds great. I mean,
And it was amazing. And I felt so much better afterwards. It's like, damn, all I did was lay here for 30 minutes and breathe.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
all I did. And I
Yeah.
felt so remarkably better when I was done. So when I do yoga with Adrian, I always thank her afterwards. And I know she can't hear me, but I talk to the laptop and I pat it. I say, thank you, Adrian. You saved my life again today.
I think Siri and Alexa for stuff all the time.
Oh, I do that too. And does anybody else think we have to say Bernice or she starts yakking? Bernice. I thank her all the time, and sometimes she'll respond with, "You are very welcome. I love helping," and blah blah blah. It's been my pleasure. So
It's so nice. So we have to be polite in case the robots take over.
Exactly. Dinah says my brother does a meditation that says you are beautiful and girls want to be with you. Yeah, positive reinforcement.
Exactly. I fully believe in affirmations, and I used to do them all the time, and I haven't done them as much or as meditation as much as I used to, and I'm trying to get back into that.
Yep.
But it's and my husband a couple of years ago for Christmas bought me an Oculus, and it's got a bunch of fun music games and stuff. So that helps
What
me
the hell's an Oculus? What's
It's
an
a VR
Oculus?
set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've got like some music games that are so fun because music's one of those big parts of my life too. So I use that a lot. So just keep myself moving, especially when I'm struggling, because music kind of gets you moving a bit. So I use it to get some exercise in, and that thing's been a godsend that way. But
Oh, good. Good.
it's just you have some days like yesterday. I was a bawling mess, and I couldn't seem to keep it together. And I was like, thank God, I'm not in any meetings today during work. And then today I woke up and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Things, I'll get through it. You just have those days. But
Yes.
yeah.
Well, the only option is to get through it.
That's right. I've had a few friends that tried the other option, and
It's heartbreaking, isn't it?
yeah, it is. Unfortunately,
It
a couple
is.
of them succeeded, and that's just
Oh, I'm
not.
so sorry, honey.
not
I wish I could hug you right now.
And that's another thing. In the last 3 years, I think we've lost 4 people that way.
The last 3 years has just sucked big, green, hairy, gangrenous donkey balls.
Absolutely has. Absolutely.
I actually have that. I actually had my cover artist design a meme for me with that, and I'm going to have it put on some T-shirts and mugs.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, because oh my God, you know what? It's just like at some point I'm like, this crap has to slow down at least.
I know.
It's got to slow down at some point.
It will. It will.
Yeah.
But whatever you do, don't ever say out loud, "It can't get any worse," or "What's next?"
I'm straight that way. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Find out.
You don't put that crap out in the universe, because it comes back and says, "Ha ha! Hold my beer."
Exactly. Yeah. But
Well, I'm sorry you've gone through all this, honey. And I will continue to share the GoFundMe. I will get back with Michaela on the auction or the other fundraiser. And if I have to schedule a special night here or on TikTok to do it, I will. Okay? Whatever I can do to help, I'm there for you because I do adore you. I really, truly do.
Yeah,
You're just...
We love you guys. We got to get together again soon, hopefully.
Yes. Yes, when you're feeling better. We'll do Johnny's again.
John and I were just talking the other day about our the dinner we had that night and how much fun
yes.
that was.
God, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. Are you doing Writers on the River?
No, I'm not doing Writers this year. I'm heading back to more local. I may go to the one in Peoria again if they have it towards, I think, the end of the year. But yeah, I'm trying to just kind of keep my expenses really low right now.
Yeah, I'm not signing there, but I am going to stop by and say hi to everybody. Because I can't help it. I
love Writers on the River. It's such a fun
it's a good one. It's a good one. But when they were reserving tables, I was not in the right headspace. I hadn't had my diagnosis yet.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Because like you.
I told them to put me on the wait list, but that I did not know mentally or physically where I would be at that point. And,
hello again, handsome. Do I get a kiss?
Nah, you're on TV.
They don't care. They want to see us kiss.
She's a romance.
See, they're all chanting, kiss, 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 just like at a wedding.
Hey, you're a romance author. You need a kiss.
Yeah, he figured that one out a long time ago. I used to say, okay, I need to know if this will physically work. Let's try and see.
Yeah.
Then he found out there's no sex in any of my books. It's all behind closed doors.
John used to always tell me to say, hey, you got anything new you're writing? Do you want to try anything?
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
I'm like, well, if you come up with something different and weird, let me know. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Oh, man. Well, Amy, it is so good to see your smiling, beautiful face. It really is. And I'm going to let you call me when you feel up to it, okay?
Okay.
I'm leaving that in your court because I don't want to call and disturb you. Oh, and for everybody who was watching today, I talked to Catherine Lynn Davis tonight. She sounds fabulous.
Oh,
she's doing really great. And she was her usual ornery self. So, gotta love it. But I love you, honey. Okay? And you just call me anytime. Okay?
Will do.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye, sweetheart.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.
So, oops. What did I do? There I am. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So anyway, it is 7:30 and I do have to leave. I'm giving some family members a ride. I got to be there at 8 o'clock and it's about 20 minutes away and I have to tinkle. But if you could share that GoFundMe link on your social media pages, seriously, Amy and her husband are just really nice, and we had the nicest time. We've had dinner together and stuff like that. Double dates. And anyway, if you could share the GoFundMe link, donate if you can. Don't do it if you can't, because we all know this current economy just sucks. So yes, Shannon, thank you, honey. So I'm going to run. We will be back Wednesday night for Wednesday Nights with the Wench. And I will have the writing prompts ready for you, the document ready. And you can grab your writing prompts. And we will actually, we'll talk more about it Wednesday night. Okay? Have a great, safe weekend. Stay warm. Unless you are somewhere warm, then I'm really jealous. And to you, I mean that. I'm being silly. But anyway, I love you all. And share the news about the pirates, will ya? I would, really appreciate that. Anyway, I love you and I'll see you Wednesday night.